Hey everybody, Garrett Rumley here with Duty to Train. I figured out how I'm going to make my YouTube videos way more engaging, so I'm going to share that with you. I also learned this cool mantra about basically making sure you kind of live every moment the best moment that you can, and how you can do that and how you can remind yourself to do that. And then I also had a cool idea about if you can't remind yourself to do that, how you make sure that you're reminded to do that. So the first thing is, in order to make better YouTube videos, I'm going to start scripting my videos out because I'm not good off the cuff. I'm going off the cuff right now and it's not as engaging. I have to kind of think about like what I'm saying in the moment. And I've never been great at that, especially when it's different when you're on a camera. And when I'm talking to someone else in person, like they're engaging, you're engaged, it's a different format. But when you're just talking into like the void into a screen, it's a totally different thing. And it kind of like messes with your head a little bit. And it's something maybe I'll get used to over time, but I'm not used to right now. And so it's kind of hard to formulate my thoughts on screen. I know that kind of sounds weird, but it is. And so I have a really nice teleprompter that I got for my Duty to Train pistol training videos. And so every night I'm going to start writing scripts out. And so when I release my YouTube videos, I'm going to say exactly what I want to say. It's going to allow me to, be very concise, very exact with my wording. And I think it'll just create far more engaging content so that I'm not kind of scrambling for words. So I'm going to make way more engaging YouTube videos that way. It's going to make me a way better writer because I don't write very much. And that's always been, frankly, something that I've been really disappointed with. One thing I'm going to stress to my kids so much is that no matter what field you go into, you have to be good at writing. So learn how to write well. And that's not something I ever really worked hard on in high school. I didn't work hard on a lot of things in high school, but that's the one thing that I really regret because I don't care about math. I don't use math. I have a calculator. My wife's an accountant. I'm not going to use math in my life, not in any serious way. And if I ever need to, I'll just find somebody who's good at math and I'll go ask them because I hate math. I hate math. But I really wish I was a good writer. And so writing scripts every single day, it's going to probably take me an hour the first, maybe a couple weeks or whatever, but I'll get better and better at it and, go down to, maybe 30 minutes a day. But I'll at least be writing for anywhere between like 5 hours in the beginning because it's going to be maybe an hour a day for, 5 days a week. I'm not going to script my weekend videos, but for, the 5 days out of the week, I'll be writing, every day. So 5 hours, as I get better, maybe it'll be like 2.5. But writing for 2.5 hours every week is going to make me a far better writer. And so I really want to kind of hone that skill set. So I think this will help make more engaging videos. It'll also help make me a better writer. And it'll also help make me a better writer in a unique way because I'm going to be writing things and forming like basically whole stories. Like, my videos are basically going to be like whole stories. It's going to be like an intro, a beginning, a middle, an end. And I'm going to have to do all of that in like 10 minutes. And I think that's a really unique skill set to be able to have and do well in today's kind of age because people have very short attention spans and most people don't want to read 3, 4, 5 pages worth of stuff, like a 5-paragraph essay. They want to like get down to the meat and potatoes really quickly, and I'll practice doing that over and over again every single day. So I think that'll be really useful. And additionally, I read a book this week, and it was called High Performance Habits. And long story short, it's basically about how you can basically form these habits that make you a high performer. And by high performer, like super successful. And one of the things that he was talking about is that people don't use their transitions well in life. When he talks about transitions, he means, say you drop your kids off from school and then you drive to work. Like that's a transition. Going from dropping your kids off at school to work, that's a transition. And like once you get to work, sit in your car and say to yourself, release tension, activate intention. And it sounds dumb. Like this is one of those things where I have to kind of like wrap my head around this whole like betterment lifestyle thing. But I think there's something to like these high performance habits, and the point is that a lot of people, and myself included, like bring the crap from one activity in the day and they carry it over to something else. So maybe you have a really bad day at work and then you go pick up your kids from school. This may be a better example, but say you have like a really crappy day at work, like something happens, you lost a client, and then you go pick up your kids from school. You can have like a really crappy day, or you can sit in your car right before you pick your kids up and say, release tension, activate intention. So like, what do you intend to do in the next moment? Like, and there's lots of mini transitions. Like you pick up your kids from school, and then once you get home, that's another little like transition. You go from picking your kids up to school to being back at home, and then you are going to see your wife, or if you're a mom and you're the worker, then you're going to see your husband, whatever. But that is, you can remind yourself every time that you have like a transition, like, okay, release the tension, like literally feel your shoulders relax, like release tension, activate intention. And he says, say that for a minute. And like, you're literally telling yourself to relax and do what you want to do with the next moment. And he's like, it's impossible not to do that. If you're telling yourself and you're reminding yourself and you get into the habit of doing this, you're telling yourself to be the best in the next moment, then you're going to be a far better version if you don't say that. So release tension, activate intention, and do this, every time you have like a transition. And a transition can also be like, you're at work, you finish one, project, say you have to write like a PowerPoint presentation, and then now you have to do the presentation, right? You're writing the presentation, now you have to do the presentation. That's like a transition at work. So sit there after you're done with the presentation or the PowerPoint, writing the PowerPoint presentation, and right before you do the presentation, think about, okay, release tension, activate intention. Like, what do you want to do? Like, what type of energy do you want to bring to the meeting? Like, do you want to, are you meeting a bunch of people? Do you want to meet, like go up and meet every single person in the room and bring a bunch of joy and, whatever, just be intentional about what you're going to do in that next activity that you're about to do. So don't just go into it. Think about the best version of yourself doing that. Think about what that would be, and then kind of visualize that, and then go and do it. So release tension, activate intention. And then also another great idea, and this actually, I thought about this this morning. Well, I just got reminded about it this morning because it's called like Bring the Joy alarm. And you literally just set 3 alarms on your phone every single day to repeat every day, Monday through Sunday. And it literally just says bring the joy, exclamation point. And you can get like super down about stuff, but it's just like a reminder, like, dude, bring the joy. Like, you're alive, life is good. You might have a really hard time. Maybe somebody in your life died recently, but you know what? You're alive, and it could be a hell of a lot worse. So bring the joy, because there's lots of reasons to be happy in this amazing life. So bring the joy. And sometimes like people get stuck in the monotony of life, and it's hard to remember that like day in and day out. So instead of trying to force yourself to remember that all the time, just set an alarm on your phone 3 times a day to be like, yo, bring the joy, bro. So bring the joy, bro. Set an alarm. Super cool. So mine goes off, I think at 6, 1, and then 6. So 6 a.m. No, 4:30, because I want to do it before, no, 4:45, because I want to do it before my videos. I do my videos at 5 a.m. every morning. So 4:45 a.m., I think 1 p.m., and then I think 5 or 6 p.m., because that's like when the night's winding down before I'm going to hang out with my wife and stuff. So, yeah, bring the joy. Release tension, activate intention. I'm going to start writing video scripts for my videos. I'm super excited about that. I think the content's going to be way better. I think it's going to like create better content. I'm going to get more views. I'm also going to have better like percentage viewed videos, which is like a big thing on YouTube. If people click into your video and then click out 20 seconds later and it's a 10-minute video, that's not good for the algorithm of YouTube. But if that happens, it's because the first 20 seconds of your video weren't engaging. So people click in because they're maybe interested in the thumbnail, but then they click out because the content wasn't engaging. And I think writing scripts and being intentional about what I would want to say every single time I say it is going to create really engaging content and hopefully keep people around for longer. So anyway, really excited. I'm also going to be recording a Duty to Train video. I'm like so busy nowadays. Crazy. Once you start like actually trying to better yourself, oh my gosh, there's so much less time in the day. But honestly, this week went by so fast. That's the other cool thing, is like a lot of weeks sometimes like drag, but like once you like busy yourself up, I can't believe it's like always Saturday. And tonight I get to do my date night with my wife. We're making, we're going to like this really nice butcher, and like we're going to do the whole meal for like $90, but which is kind of expensive for a whole meal, but it's way less expensive than going out to dinner and getting the type of food we're going to get. So we're going to do steak. We're going to do like a ribeye, grass-fed ribeye with like this like butter or whatever. She came up with a recipe, and then we're going to do Brussels sprouts with like a balsamic glaze type thing, and then we're going to do what is it? Something au gratin potatoes. I forget what it's called, but it's gonna be delicious, and I'm gonna put it on my Instagram story. Our date night dinners at our date night dinner. So give us a follow or not, doesn't matter. But it's a really good idea. My wife and I are really into this whole date night dinner thing, and we cook dinner. Super relaxing. It's becoming like literally our favorite thing of the entire week. So it's tonight, and I'm really excited about it. It's gonna be amazing food. And until next time, stay safe, live free. If you like this video, like and subscribe if you made it this far. And yeah, life is good. Bring the joy, and I'll talk to you later. See ya.